When I was a child, I saw a vision of someone who was working in one of the art field. And I remember I said, it's not possible for me to be with someone who wants to be an artist, even though I knew I wanted to be one. Fast forward when I was 23, after my first breakup, I have started to see a vision of someone who was foggy and blurred. I couldn't see his face, but I have sensed his body. He was always above me. It was never intense, but I knew I was gonna meet this person one day. This vision has repeated for the next 8 years. When I turned 30, I was ready to have someone in my life. I was having work burnout, my dad was sick, I was so pressured, and I have started to ask God for certain requirements. Those requirements were good for that time, but I wouldn't recommend. During COVID, when the lockdown started to happen and we have been sent to work from home, I was walking with my friend one day and I got a text message from someone, and I knew something was going to happen. The first time I couldn't go, the second time I wasn't ready. The third time I was walking with my friend in Dubai Marina and she pushed me to go for it. The time for COVID restriction was about to happen at 8 p.m. and I had to run from Dubai Marina to GLT for 40 minutes to his place. While I was running, people were shouting, singing, hitting the balls. It was such a surreal moment. When I reached to his place, I was sweaty, I was catching my breath, and when he opened the door, I felt the warmth of his home, and I knew there was going to be a story to be living. After I entered his place, I have sensed the soul from that vision I kept seeing. I no longer saw this vision again. That was a soul connection. And that person we have met like 3 times in the past 8 years, and not even once I thought there was a path is going to cross between us. When we met, he already told me he know his own path and his direction in life. And we thought we're gonna meet for 2 weeks, 2 months, and then we spent 10 months together. I remember the way he used to read his books, the way he sit, his eyeglasses, and then he think, he talk, he go back to be silent again. I remember when he used to look at the window and he space out, and I was just enjoying the moments with him. One time he told me, "You're like a bird. You left the cage and you will never go back for it." And after I went back to work, I quit my job. It was my own decision, even though he was scared that he did influence me. But he didn't. It was mine. I had to fly, and he saw that in me, even though he was going through a lot. But we made it. We both were mirrors to each other. I started to unlock things in him, and he started to open doors in me. I had the ability to speak more, to express myself more. I started to see more angles in me that I couldn't do it by myself. I even felt that my internal beauty started to reflect on the outside. He believed in me, in my dreams. He saw my freedom that I wanted. And he liked the space I gave him. He told me the space between us like an endless field with a lot of freedom. And when the time came to leave for his own destination, I did support him like he supported me. And before he left, he asked me, "Would you wait for me if things didn't work out?" And he was the first person I said yes. I don't know why. And after he left, I went to my own journey and I traveled. Then my dad died and I went back to Dubai to sit down and heal myself. And when we met again after 6 months for his visa renewal, I knew there is still more things for us to discover. And he was the kind of person who loved to evolve and be better. He got affected by my own healing journey and he kept searching for his own things. One time I told him, أنت رجل الأرض وأنا بنت السماء. And I always wished to see his full joy and happiness, but he was able to express them in the right place where he belonged. I was amazed that he always found his own place, and I still belong to my own dreams, and hopefully one day I will find my own home.